Good morning, all. Camelback Trading 2724 coming to you this Friday morning, November 22nd. And we're looking at the last 5 days of the market profile on the SPY ETF as we are in a 5-day balance. More importantly, an inside day yesterday, which should provide for a nice opportunity this morning. So I'm going to make this bigger now. I just wanted to show you the 5-day balance. So I'm going to go do a little differently this morning and tell you what I'm looking for before we go through the other stuff. Inside day, you go, come out of an inside day, you go with it. You monitor it for continuation or just as importantly, lack of. Now, for my money, if we were coming out of the inside day to the downside, I would immediately go with it today because if you take out yesterday's low, the 20th low is going to go. And then you should get acceleration because there's nothing for another dollar down. And then below that, there's really nothing to another daily low and last week's low. So that would be a clear-cut trade. The upside is a little more complicated for a couple of reasons. First off, it's like, deja vu. Yesterday morning, we were trading higher into the single prints to take back the trend day from the 20th and looking to go into the upper distribution. Well, we opened below it, got into the single print and never saw it again. So it's a little harder for me, if we're to come out of the inside day to the upside, to automatically get long calls. Now, when a trend day is to be taken back, it's usually late in the second day or the third. Well, that's day 2. Today's day 3. I'd feel more comfortable if we were to gap higher in the next hour, fill the gap, and open in the upper distribution because then at least the trend day is gone and I'd have the gap to lean on. If we get accepted back in, I'm out. Or maybe K's high, I'd be out. But if we're to open at the upper end and then come out of the inside day to the upside, I don't think I'll jump on board first. They're going to have to give me confirmation, show me that they have the energy and the ability to not only fill the trend day, but get legs into the upper distribution, at least stay there. If they do, then the all-time highs are certainly in sight, if not for today, for early next week. Remember, next week's a holiday. It's going to be a slow week as we go on. A lot of times they generally just grind one way or the other, but my experience is it seems to grind higher. But we are one time framing up. It would be 7 weeks, so things have to be put into context. So I think this morning, if we're to open right here below yesterday's opening, now again, you can take a short play too, but that's kind of, to me, like almost a second touch. It worked yesterday if you would have done it. Remember, I tried to short it, didn't get it, and it went right down. So you can do it again if you're to open right below yesterday's opening. But you are going to have higher value. Yesterday you were inside value. Today it's going to be higher value. So that's one thing against the short. Second, it's the second time there. So I think either way, right at this level, I wait. Gap higher, fill single prints. I buy calls as long as the gap holds. If we open, fail the opening, and get accepted, say, back into J and L, then I'll get it on board with the put because we should at least see M's low then. So I gave you a little different perspective early on. All right, destinations. Yesterday, you should have all these. So just 311.01, yesterday's high. The single prints, 311.02, get filled at 07. 311.82 daily high. 311.98.11 wide, and you should have the other two all-time highs. Now, 2, we get more market-generated information. Again, we have nothing to the downside to 309.39, then 309.06, and then the other destinations I've given you. So if we do fail at yesterday's opening, or we take out the high, and again, don't fill the single prints, which to me would be almost impossible. They're only 5 ticks. Or you fill them, and that's all they want to do, and don't get accepted into the upper distribution. You come right back into the inside day. Then I would look to buy a put if we get below K's high. So, again, those are the scenarios early on. And then chart-wise, weekly. with 1 day to go, one time framing up 6 weeks, unless we have a complete turnaround, it would be 7 weeks. Now we've had 7 week trend weeks up one time framing. There's no doubt, as you can see, going back, we've had, well, I'd have to count them, but we've definitely had it before. And then the daily, again, 5 day balance. Top of it is the all-time high. The bottom of it is Wednesday's low. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap the day in the week at 4 p.m.